Hello and happy belated holidays, or happy continued happy holidays, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. On the Roads edition. Kind of a we'll wait and see kind of day of what today brings, because at the time of this recording, this will probably not be released until early, or maybe even mid-January. But at the time of the recording, it is December 23rd. It's a Monday. I, as a teacher, am off, which is the greatest gift a teacher could get, is an extra day off. Actually, we got the weekend off before that, so that's always great. Before Christmas, so a lot of times we just, the way the calendar works, we work through the 23rd, and then we have the 24th to scramble and do a lot of the things that we want to do and need to do to get prepared for the holidays. I am as if you've been watching the channel, you know that I am one to get way prepared way early, because I enjoy this time of year. I love this time of year. Not only for the peace on earth vibes and message that goes out that I try to live by all through the year, but also for the fact that as a collector, as a Star Wars fan, I can kind of change up my collection to bring all the holiday related Star Wars merch that is out. I haven't collected all of it. In fact, there was a time when I used to collect a ton of it, but I haven't really been doing that as of late. So I just kind of pick and choose. There've been a few items that I've kind of picked out and looked at. So this is going to be kind of a little bit of a connected video. It's going to start right now. We are the day before Christmas Eve, right? And people are hustling and bustling. I thought I would just I have to run some errands and some last minute Christmas shopping. I thought I would check a few places out nearby where I live. I'm not going to go way out of the way, and just see what Star Wars stuff is left. Because the thing I always laugh at is that this time of year, I just went food shopping. I was just in the supermarket, and they always have the seasonal section, right? It's December 23rd, and they're already putting out, you guessed it, the next holiday. Valentine's Day is out. The holiday stuff is still there. It will still be there for the next week, I would guess, week or so, probably through New Year's. But it's going to go on steep discount on December 26th, and a lot of it's going to get picked up, because a lot of people, now I don't know about food, like in the supermarket, there's a lot of chocolate. I don't know what they do with that. I can't imagine people are going to buy that to save it for next year. I hope not. Ugh. But I mean, there are people that still have holiday parties, especially this year, because the holidays kind of between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we kind of lost a weekend in there, sort of. We lost, a little extra party time, so there might be people going out buying stuff for gifts for people after Christmas, and then giving them at Christmas time or at New Year's or things of that nature. So but I'm curious, as things are wrapping up now, about any Star Wars items. There's some places that have some Star Wars related themed holiday stuff, or just regular product, to see if there's anything that became discounted or things of that nature. So maybe we'll just take a quick, as I'm running my errands, we'll take a quick gander. And then I think I'm going to extend this video to go past Christmas, because I want to go out after Christmas and see what sales are out there. There is one thing I'm really hoping to get. Oh, and if I think of it, I'm sorry if I don't, but if I think of it, I'll put the picture in here. The Home Depot, I think they hit it out of the park with their animatronic Yoda that came out 2 years ago. So last year they did the Vader, and this year they did the Stormtrooper. Or maybe they did maybe that was last year, and then this year they did the Vader and the Stormtrooper. So I'm curious about both of those items and whether or not they will be put on sale. Now, it doesn't look like they're available in my local store, but they, it says there's still over 2,000 available. I mean, as of the time of this recording now, I don't know if they've gone on sale yet. I'm going to look and see. If they go to half price, I might consider purchasing the Stormtrooper. Not Vader. I like Vader. I just have a life-size Darth Vader costume on a mannequin in my house. I don't need another Vader. But a Stormtrooper, that might be something that might find its way in the house for a couple of years anyway. They're not supposed to be outside, but I do put my Yoda out on my porch. It is protected mostly from the bad weather, unless it's like a hurricane or something. It's pretty well protected. So I might do the same thing with the Stormtrooper, but we'll see. Also, and this is something that maybe other people might have realized at the time of this recording, the Ghost, the HasLab Ghost has shipped, which means I may be receiving it today. And if that happens, I will at least do a partial unboxing to show you the exterior of the box. I will tell you this flat out, folks. I have made the decision that I am not going to keep the Ghost. Part of the reason is for space. Part of the reason is that I think all the figures that they came with it are going to be re-released in separate cards. These are released on like the animated card or a cartoon card. And part of the reason is just that I feel like I'm getting to the point now where I want to lessen and not increase the amount of the collection. I want to thin it out. I want to start, I still purchase some vintage collection figures as they come out, but that's it. The only Black Series I will consider are some of the characters from new things like Skeleton Crew, but that's only if they do not make them in 3 3/4 inch form. And not that I even have to be a completist with that. I know that there are some Acolyte figures and whatnot. I did order Basil. I'm waiting for Basil to come. But as far as the rest are concerned, if it's not in the vintage collection or the retro collection, I am not purchasing it. Some of the play sets, the little tiny dioramas, I've gotten those. I've kept up with those. I don't know yet what I want to do with those. I haven't even unboxed them. And it's not that my fandom is, my fandom is evolving. Sure it is. It always does. It has evolved since I was 6, Of course, I don't feel the exact same way about it. But I do feel that, I have more of a connection to the vintage collection. I have more of a connection to the actual vintage line of figures and toys. Not that I pretty much collected all of them, but I may be thinking about either finding reproduction pieces to kind of complete my collection, or finish or replace pieces from play sets. Like every other kid, I lost the Death Star space station little swing that Luke and Leia swing across with. So I may get a reproduction of that. I understand that there's a lot of school of thought about whether you should or shouldn't do that, but I do believe that in this day and age, guys, with the way of the world, it's really what you make of it. I'm not going to try to pawn it off and resell it as original when it's not original. And even if I did try, most keen-eyed collectors can tell the difference. So I'm not going to try. But anyway, so I think the Ghost may end up. We'll unbox it on the channel. Maybe I'll unbox it a little more. Maybe I'll take at least show you the figures and put everything back as is, and then sell it off. I don't want to make a profit. I just want to make what I paid for it and leave it at that. So we will see how that goes. All right. At this point, I'm at my first stop, and we're gonna check it out and see what kind of stuff we have. If there's any Star Wars, if there's any holidays and Star Wars stuff left, and we'll see. Let's check it out. There's still some stuff around. Five Nights at Freddy's. Some blankets. Anybody looking for less expensive Christmas shopping, stocking stuffers, things like that, there's plenty of cool stuff here. I love it. Yeah, they always have some pretty neat cheese, whereas now the teas are $5.55. It's really no longer Five Below, it's just kind of around 5. Not seeing too much. Oh, there's pretty cool stuff. Lots of blankets. Pet toys. Ooh, that's a good idea. By the way, if I didn't mention it before, I meant Five Below. I think I mentioned that, but... Funko Pops. Yep. Nothing too... Just those Star Wars figures, nothing much. And I do believe that Star Wars is kind of, retail-wise, is kind of pulled back a bit. Lots of games, puzzles. This is something interesting, like World's Smallest. I love this, World's Smallest Barrel of Monkeys. You get the nostalgic vibe, retro arcade. 100 arcade games, wow. Card games, yeah. A lot of Disney, but not a ton of Star Wars. But yeah, it's alright. Lots of stickers. Oh, come on, you gotta have some Star Wars stickers. Don't fail me. Five Below. How could they not have Star Wars stickers? So now, sometimes they don't have it. Oh, there we go. And of course, Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm also doing a little shopping for my sister-in-law. I don't know if she watches. Terry, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well. Nice art supplies, cool. Yeah, it's kind of a cool. I mean, now that they've kind of gone above 5, but it's still, in terms of shopping and stuff, it's still pretty darn inexpensive. Wow, Toy Story. Still, some cool stuff. All right. I didn't see too much in the way of holiday mashup stuff. Bowling pins. Okay. This is Harry Potter. That's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. People are into really teeny tiny stuff. I get it. I like it too. All right, next stop. Let's check out another place. Hold the phone. Star Wars Dark Forces gift wrap. Are you kidding me? X-Wing? This is coming home with me. Look at this. Retro video game. Nice. I did find some adorables. That's cool. All right. Along with a ton of others here. All right. A couple of little things. Nothing Star Wars holiday specific. That was just, they other than maybe they just kind of stock up on toys and little items for like stocking stuffers. But there's still some stuff there. But obviously there's a lot of properties now that are also very popular, and that's okay. So not much going on there, but I did pick up a few items on my errand list. Next thing we're gonna do is I think we need to check out how the Hallmark store is doing. Yes, because the Hallmark store, they have been celebrating Christmas since July with their ornament premiere, and I'm just curious to see how things are looking at this point. In terms of what ornaments are left. Now, one interesting thing about the local Hallmark that my cousin runs, she often will reach out to me in this late winter, like February, March, and she'll start showing me. I get an advanced look, of the wish book, the wish book for ornaments that comes out in April usually. I get an advanced peek, only nothing official, but the reason she gives me an advanced peek is that she wants me to let her know if there are any types of ornaments that I think are going to be really popular. Are there other ones that I don't think are going to be popular? I feel bad because I'm the last person to say whether something is going to be popular or not popular, because I don't know. I mean, you know, I've been enjoying all the Star Wars content that's been coming out in one capacity or another. Whether or not there's a mass appeal for those things enough that they're going to want to put an ornament on their tree is really a question I just don't have the answer to. However, having said that, I do, you know, give her some thoughts. I let her know what the public, at least, it's hard to even say whether what the public rating or approval rating on was for certain items. It's really hard, you know. And as I said, if you watch the channel, Hallmark came out with a lot of Star Wars ornaments this year, and I mean a lot. They're all amazing. I do not fault the craftsmanship, the creativity. They're phenomenal. It's just that people's budgets are people's budgets. You know, I mean, I get a very steep discount, so I can purchase quite a few. This is a very large truck next to me, so. Also, you know, non-Star Wars related item here. My car didn't start this morning, so that was fun. It is 18 degrees right now in New Jersey, which is not very common. Normally, you know, in the wintertime, it stays in the 30s and 40s. So to have a teens day, a single digit overnight, that's a little rare. So a lot of cars, I'm sure, didn't start today, but still, it's a little nerve-wracking. But anyway, so I'm going to run another errand off camera, and then we'll check out the Hallmark store and see what their just right before Christmas Star Wars product is looking like. Couple things here.
I'm gonna give you a hug goodbye.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow night?
Yep. See you tomorrow night.
Oh, is Terry coming?
Yes. I think
I
so.
didn't tell anybody.
No. Sorry, just chatting with my cousin. And just a couple of things that are not here anymore, but most of them are still in there. That's a ghost that'll fit on my tree. I can get that ghost. So, quite a few items still here. This guy's back, apparently done with the recall. Hallmark can always be counted on for quite a few items. They have to. Oh, gift card holder. Okay, sorry about that. We had a lot of talking and stuff going on in the background, and I wasn't able to do my talk through about the verbal, you know, my little into the mic, like what stuff I was seeing and whatnot. But if you saw in the video, apparently, you know, most of the Star Wars stuff was still there, but there were a few items. They do sell out on some things. There's some that little mini vintage Vader figure ornament that was very popular, and there was also at least one or two others that did in fact sell out. So, you know, but there were a few left on everything else. But you know, that's normal for Hallmark. They have a lot of different franchises and a lot of different things. They've really jumped into this franchise crossover thing with both feet. I will say, you know, fun fact. I mentioned this on the channel before, but the very first crossover, I say crossover, but I mean like licensed Hallmark ornament. It was in 1991, and it was the Star Trek USS Enterprise from the TV show, the classic Star Trek Enterprise. It was very popular and became excruciatingly valuable on the secondary market after that first year. I do believe it is still pretty popular, although nowadays people, you know, trying to get one that's, it's a little bit harder to find one that's mint because people put them on their trees, you know. But I do believe even a used one is worth quite a bit of money. And I think that just opened the floodgates, because the next year there were multiple Star Trek ornaments and then multiple more after that. And I collected them all until the Star Wars started coming out with ornaments, which happened, I think, I want to say, it's been 25 years since the Millennium Falcon. That was the first ornament. So if that, and actually by now it's really more like 27, 28 years. So what are we, 2024? Yeah, so maybe like 1998, 99, somewhere around there. So, but that, I remember that when they started selling Star Wars ornaments, they were still doing really good Star Trek ornament work. And I guess it was popular enough among Trek fans that they could still do it. I was both, you know, I was one of those rarities that does both Star Trek and Star Wars. But eventually my tree got so filled with Star Wars and Star Trek ornaments that I sold off all my Star Trek ornaments except for the Enterprises. There were 3 of them, I think. The Deep Space Nine and Voyager. I basically kept just those. Everything else got sold off. And now my tree is again full, like completely full. I have a Star Wars tree that has mostly Star Wars, with those few exceptions of a few Star Trek ornaments, a Battlestar Galactica ornament, and an Indiana Jones ornament, and a Galaxy Quest ornament that just came out this year. I don't know if you saw that in the video. So I don't know what happens. I think they do put them on discount after Christmas. I do believe they do, and it's in a serious discount. So anybody if there were some Star Wars ornaments that you had an interest in, go check out your local Hallmark store the day after. I'm imagining that there are going to be some people that line up there before the store opens, and you know, they want to go in and they want to grab what they want to grab, because, and I'm sure that all the popular franchise and licensed products get taken up, because I'm only talking about Star Wars and Star Trek. I mean, there's everything. There's every Christmas, Christmas Vacation has some. There's Christmas Story. There's Elf. There's Friends. There's, I think even Gilmore Girls is in there. There's so, man, it's almost like Funko Pop. You know, you can find literally anything for any franchise that you like. It's crazy. So, all right. So one more stop at this point in the video. This will conclude my pre-Christmas look around, and then we're gonna take but I'll connect it to after Christmas, and I'll see what else is out there and what things were left behind. But this is gonna be the local Costco, which is a big box retailer, you know, subscription retailer. I can already tell you that there's probably not a lot of Star Wars stuff, but they do bring some stuff out for the holidays. Usually it's like a Lego box set or something else, some other kind of like exclusive thing. They used to do exclusive figure packs, which was great. They used to have really awesome figure packs. You can get, like, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you could get like a 4-pack of figures. I mean, they're generally figures that you could get anywhere. You know what I mean? They weren't by any means rare or exclusive to Costco. They used to maybe do a few things. Like, I remember Galactic Heroes used to do like a little box set, and they'd have one exclusive, like, holiday, you know, it would be a repaint of a figure. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so let's see what Costco is. We got lots of plushy things, but mostly Marvel, Pokemon. Yeah, some Lego. Oh, at least Lego. There you go. Suitcases, blankets, pajamas. Darts. World's biggest Connect 4. Pretty sneaky, sis. Oh, I see something. Yeah, they usually only do like one thing. Foosball. Let's go check it out. Imaginext. Oh my god. Launches discs. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's crazy. That's about it though. Did find this. $20. Pretty cool. Probably a good thing to have. There's the High Republic. Kristen Baver. Timelines. Different characters. Exclusive content. That's cool. Not seeing any other Star Wars books though. Just seeing a little bit of everything. They usually have they maintain a book thing here, book stock during the year. So that does it for the pre-part of the holidays. At this point, I'm going to be switching gears to prepping for a very fun, festive yet intimate holiday season. We're not having huge amounts of guests. We're going to my cousin's on Christmas Eve for a little bit, and then we'll be just having dinner ourselves with one family member, and just after that, as a teacher, I am off for the rest of the week, so we get to enjoy the holidays. To me, I always like to I celebrate the holidays throughout December 25th through. I do the 12 days of Christmas, so I will probably get pre-record some more unboxings. I will get the latter part of this video out where we go out. I'm going to do it together. I'm going to connect them like a pre and post game, if you will. We'll see how things look post Christmas, if there's anything out there. And I'm on a mission. I'm really hoping I can snag a Stormtrooper from Home Depot, either in person or online, for a discount. But we will see how that goes. All right. So again, this whole thing is going to be airing in January. So again, a Merry Christmas. But stay on this channel for the next part of this video. It's going to come right after this, and the next time I see you, it will be post Christmas. We'll see what happens. Well, it looks like this video is going to become kind of a hodgepodge video, because we now have the Star Wars Ghost has arrived in this monstrosity of a box. Yoda and my Stormtrooper, holiday Yoda and Stormtrooper, are guarding it. So we're in the midst of the holiday season, folks. So I'm going to kind of intercut unboxing this with post holiday look around the store. So I will tell you, today I was in the store, I was in Walmart, and so many of the things are already on sale. So a lot of stuff has already been picked off. My gosh, I think in Lowe's they put their stuff on sale for 75% off. So man, I could have picked up this guy for much less. But you know what? I was afraid it wouldn't be there. So yeah, but now we have the Ghost. So as I mentioned, I might just do an inspection unboxing. I don't know if as I mentioned, I think I decided to sell this, but I do want to open it and just kind of make sure the contents are good, and make sure the figures are all correctly there. It looks like it was delivered safely and on the porch. So I was nervous about we had all the snow, but we're gonna have a white Christmas, and we got the Ghost to put under the Christmas tree. Oh my goodness! All right, let's move forward. Figures. So what I'm gonna do right now is just do a partial unboxing. I'm gonna just kind of open up just to show you what it looks like on the inside. Goodness, this is 50 pounds, I believe is what it is. Now, inside that box is another box. There it is. All right, so what I'm thinking, but it does, what I imagine it comes with these kind of partial things, which I'm going to temporarily take out. Just want to see what this slow and steady I'm trying to keep, oh my God, do you believe this? All right, I'm gonna put this box. The Ghost, there it is. Let's take a look at it up front close. Okay, also includes a Phantom 2, I think. Includes, yep, and then it also includes these 4 figures. Woo! Crazy. I thought that the Millennium Falcon that came out in 2008 was huge, was big. No, this thing is just incredible. Here's some of the box art in the front. Loving the attention to detail. Oh, look, they have a chess table. Okay, really, really cool stuff. Now, to flip it over, or around, I should say. And it's kind of what they've done, the vintage, back in the 70s and 80s, they would often have a black and white version, okay, of what you just saw. I like that. It kind of, I do remember that I think some of my big ticket items when I was a kid, when I had the black and white on the back, I'd color it. You know, it was like a coloring book thing. But I don't know if that's what their intent was or if they're just saving a little money on ink. I don't know. But I know that there was at least 1 or 2 of the original vehicles back in the 70s and 80s that did this type of thing. It's got the HasLab logo on it. There's your, on the side there, Ghost. Right, and then let's go here. Go one box at a time. So there's the way they set this up in pieces. It's got your pieces, right? Basically just looks like 4 or 5 solid pieces. All right, so that's good. I appreciate the attention to detail, not just in some individualized pieces. And it looks like it's got a second level. Remaining engine pieces and some of the front. But you can see, and and here's, I will take this out. Here's the Ghost. It's nice. I think it's really just a solid piece. Got Chopper kind of built in there. And Chopper looks a little small. I know I've been hearing some comments about that. But that's a cool vehicle. I thought, okay, Hera, Ezra, Kanan Jarrus, and Zeb. And let me pull this part away. This is a HasLab 004, which means that these figures are not considered part of the Vintage Collection series directly. They're not part of their numbering. And instead, they are separate figures, okay? We'll go one at a time here. Hera Syndulla. I do believe these are all, if not mostly, been repacks, but with the different cartoon. This is the cartoon art that in the story Sabine did, which is ironic that they didn't include Sabine. She did all the art in story. Ezra does include a little loft cap. That's right. And then Kanan Jarrus actually has 2 faces. Oh, it's for the blind Kanan. So that's cool. And then, of course, Zeb. Happy second day of Christmas at the time of this recording. This is my follow-up to our checking around the town and seeing what Star Wars items might be available. And if so, if there's any sale prices. So we're gonna go and check all that out now. I don't know if you can see it behind in my car window, but we actually had a white Christmas up here in New Jersey for the first time in, I can't even remember. Now, what constitutes a white Christmas? To me, the majority of the ground is covered with snow. That's it. Doesn't have to be snowing. It just needs to have snow on the ground, but not just like a dusting. I mean, like, you know, grass covered. So we got 2 days before, well, I guess 3 or 4 days before Christmas, we got a pretty intense squall, if you will. And then that dumped a lot of snow down on us, about 3 or maybe 3 inches. And but which is, had it been any like normal weather, it would have just melted away within a few days. But then it got unseasonably cold, like, and in the teens and single digits. So the snow just never went away. Then we got another little snow, like a mini snowstorm that lasted like a couple hours and dumped another inch, which all but melted by the time the end of the day came. But it just was enough to kind of reinforce the snow that was there. So this is a white Christmas. It was really great. It was a very relaxing Christmas for us. We went to visited family on Christmas Eve for a little bit locally, and then we enjoyed Christmas Day, just myself, my wife, my daughter, and my wife's sister, and we just had a really nice day. It was very relaxing, and made a nice dinner, and it was really nice, very low key. So now, day after Christmas, I am out checking to see what's out there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of stores around me that have a ton of stuff, so I'm going to check out essentially two stores. I'm going to check out Kohl's, and I'm going to check out Walmart. So we're going to see what both of these stores, if any. I know that Kohl's, they put out some impulse buy stuff, for the holidays. They get a little, stacks of toys and stuff, whatnot. We'll see if they have anything on sale. I'm not really interested in buying anything. I mean, as part of this video, I already released it independently, but you have just seen the Ghost, the HasLab Ghost, and at the time that I was unboxing the Ghost, I was feeling like I wanted to sell it, and so I did that. And my best friend, who watches the videos religiously, reaches out to me, like, "Don't sell it, you're gonna regret it. It's such a cool piece." And so then it got me like, "Oh, do I really want to sell it? I don't know." I mean, I can tell you right now, when I purchased the Ghost, it was not my intent to flip it. Okay, it was not. It's just that it was a huge monstrosity of a thing that took up even more room than I thought I had dedicated a space for it, and I thought that it would be big enough for it, and I don't think it is. And I don't really have a lot of space to put this. So this is where I'm kind of like, hemming and hawing about it. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay? But what I might do is hold on to it for a little while. And then maybe if I do decide to sell it, maybe I'll do it at the Star Wars sale, and or at least put it out there for. And the other thing too is that I think I would rather sell it to someone locally, so I don't have to ship it. And I really don't need to make a lot more. I'm not looking to make a huge amount of money off of it. I really don't. I haven't decided yet if I want to part with the figures. As I mentioned in the early part of that video, that video clip, is that I'm thinking about. I still have to go down and check to see if I have a rendition, a good rendition of all of the figures. I might consider doing it, and that's another thing. I want to wait it out a little bit. I think that they are releasing, they do re-releases a lot, and if they decide to release the figures but on different cards, I don't really care about the Rebels cards. They're nice, but I don't really need them. I just like to have one representation of every figure. So if I have that, then I probably will part with the whole thing, or just the vehicle and keep the figures. We'll see. So I'm still hemming and hawing. I haven't decided yet. So let's take a look and see what our post-Christmas area looks like with both first Walmart and then Kohl's. They did have some Santa and Grogu mugs here. Oh, gift wrap. gets picked through fast. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much. Just that one 6-pack of mugs. A lot of Harry Potter stuff. Not a ton of it. Fireworks. That stuff. Yeah.
Everybody else trying to get the deals.
No, not too much. Just that. I'll check the back. Yep, everything's 50% here, so, and you know, oh god, these ornaments always give off this, you know, basically they're made of petroleum, so they give off an odd odor. Okay, yeah, these are pretty much all picked out. I mean, you know, there's still stuff here. You're coming with me. Alright, I'm gonna grab a few of these. Make sure I grab my. Sorry. Thank you. Cute little train set. Yeah, there's still some items here. I should always remember to wait until the sale, because pretty much all the Star Wars ornaments are still there, the less expensive ones. Got blow molds. Yeah. It is interesting that the Vader and Grogu mugs are completely gone. They must have been picked off one by one before, you know, Christmas Eve or first thing this morning. Yeah, I think we are pretty much. Yeah, now this is deceptive. It's like they were selling them for like $4 each yesterday, and now they're 50% off. But they're, I don't know, the numbers are all askew, so I don't know. All right, so, you know, some deals to be gotten here in Walmart. But I wouldn't wait. I would definitely run out today. Well, by the time you get this recording. I'm just really not really a beneficial thing. It's just for my own benefits of just seeing where things are. And the rollback prices are pretty much the same as they were the other day, so there we go. All right, let's go check out Kohl's. I did see this item in the stocking stuffer section, so I'm not sure. It doesn't look like these are marked down, so we'll see. Okay, so I didn't even bother filming in Kohl's. I kind of did a walkthrough and realized that they really don't have anything. They didn't have anything to begin with, even. I think there was some video I put at the front of that, I think. But regardless, they didn't have anything. I mean, aside from the normal, you know, everyday stuff, certainly no holiday specific things. And what they did have is basically Hallmark related. So anything you could find Walmart or at a Hallmark store or whatever. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, you know, and give you my post-seasonal thoughts. I believe that Star Wars is definitely kind of settled into one of many franchise groups that we'll always release some level of merchandise, holiday specific. It's nowhere near what it was in the past, which I'm honestly okay with, because I look at my mantle now and I see a bunch of the Kurt Adler, kind of the Fabergé, sculptures, a bunch of nutcrackers, a bunch of the Black Series repainted, holiday theme, along with the things that I've created, and I just realized that there's only so much there's only so much room, and there does come a point, I feel, this is my opinion, but there does come a point where it can become, overdone. And I'm not, and I'm probably one, there's people I know that I've gotten way past the overdone part, and kind of over decorated in my whole home with multiple trees and whatnot. And I get that, a lot of people like the less is more approach, the simple tree, simple decorations, maybe a little bit of garland, a wreath on the door, and leave it at that. And I understand that. And I respect that, and I've been that way in my life. And right now, though, I like doing it up a little bit more, mainly because as a Star Wars collector, I love, as I've said in the past, I love how, to me, Star Wars and the holidays kind of go hand in hand. Just because that was as a child when Santa, brought little Darth Tuba. What would that be? Darth Trumpet? I don't know. No, just kidding. Little Darth Tuba received the most, Christmas gifts that had Star Wars related to it for about a 8-year run or whatever it was. So I just kind of associate it with that. So I like being able to, flip the switch and turn my house into a holiday themed wonderland with some rooms specifically, or areas specifically devoted to Star Wars and Christmas together. So I'm good with that. But having said that, I feel like there have been a few years where, I know Target used to have 5 or 6 stockings that you could buy each year. I mean, and when you think about what the purposes of a stocking is, I don't need more than that. So I don't need more than 1, maybe 2, at the most. And I know they're decorative and stuff, and it's fine, but it just comes a point where there's just not enough room to put everything. So I've started kind of picking and choosing. I've also enjoyed how Disney has been, kind of grabbing hold of the Life Day holiday down in the parks, and started releasing some merchandise relating to that. So I've been kind of picking out things for there. But I've also started realizing, like today, there were a few items. I did pick up a few of those that Doorables thing, and I picked up a little bit. Maybe I'll do a quick, I'll tag on the end of this, a quick unboxing, because at the time of this recording, it's after Christmas. I want to put my little ornaments up, since they're going to go up for a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to take them down. I do not take my tree down until around January 10th, a few days after Epiphany. So that's when I usually start taking everything down. So I still have plenty of days to enjoy and celebrate the holiday season, and I look forward to doing that. I know although the time this gets released, it'll probably be mid-January, but whatever, it's fine. This is how we do it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram, Blue Sky. Check me out on Darth Tuba's unboxing page. If you do a search, you can find it, and hopefully you can join up. All right. Thank you, Red 5, for always supporting the channel. Check out all the other content on Red 5 Network. Thank you so much, folks. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.